And welcome. Give me 1 second now. Back. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to Retro Sunday, and hopefully I'm not going to have anywhere near the amount of technical difficulties that I had with this game when I tried to stream it last week, and the technical difficulties I had while I attempted to stream Super Mario RPG earlier today. So hopefully that's not going to be an issue. I really hope not, because I could use a win today. I just came in from spending at least half hour, if not longer, shoveling myself out of the apartment again. I think that's like the third or fourth time we've had to do that. It's a nuisance. I think I'm done with winter. I'd like for it to be over now, wouldn't you? I know I would. I really would. I've had quite enough of all this white, stupid stuff that's out there. It's stupid, it's cold, it's wet. Hello Rolls, welcome back to the stream. How much snow did we get this time? Well, that's actually rather interesting, because we ended up getting... I think they said we were going to get 15 centimeters. We probably got that much, but then we got like 15 to 30 millimeters of rain on top of that, and in the transition period it was more like hail. So the snow was like halfway up our door again, and wet and very heavy. So yeah, that was fun. That was a barrel of friggin' laughs, that was. I feel like all I'm doing these days is talking about the weather, but when you get so much of it, you kinda don't have much choice. Anyway, without further ado, let's go to somewhere where there isn't much snow. Oh, and I forgot to mention that right there that we were listening to before I started was a cover of, I believe it was called the, oh god, what was it? I need to open it up again and look at it. It was called the Sunken Sacred Something, I think. Or was it the Old Sunken Sanctuary or something like that? The Sinking Old Sanctuary, there we go. It was a cover by somebody called QWERTY Guy, which was specifically the version of it from this game, but the version of it from this game is itself a remix of the version of it, the version of it from Bloodlines. So, there we go. Oh, you're counting down the days so you win the lottery and you can plan vacations to a beach somewhere anytime that 4-letter word is mentioned in the forecast. It was something that never really bothered me much myself before, but after the past couple of weeks, I feel like I've had enough snow to last me my entire lifetime. I'm done. I'm just done with it. Let's just be real. In any case, let's open up Circle of the Moon here, and hopefully we're not going to have any of the issues that I had last time I attempted to stream this. And seeing as how, you know, you were here for it, Rolls, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, dusting of snow on Thursday, Vegas, here I come. 15 centimeters next Tuesday, a cruise it is. I like your thoughts on that one. But look, here it is, my save data, because it actually stuck this time. So, you know, here's the 9.5 minutes of the game that I've played, you know, which is kind of funny considering I had played it for about an hour and a half at least. You know, one of the best in-game music choices out there. Yeah, that's a pretty good tune. I mean, the music in the Castlevania series in general is pretty solid. There aren't many poor choices when it comes to this series in terms of music. I know I've said this repeatedly, but I've made it no secret how much I love video game music and how much a good soundtrack is important to my enjoying of a game. And it was the Castlevania series that first taught me that lesson, specifically the soundtrack for Super Castlevania 4. Because that was the first time it really hit me that, oh yeah, like all of these songs fit perfectly in the areas, you hear them. There's nothing better. And to me, that really enhanced the feeling of playing the game. It actually gave you more of a incentive to carry on with it, I suppose, is the best way to put it. And then I get a bomb to the face, and kind of stuck. Of course, speaking of sound, it's starting to get a little choppy. No, we're good. We're good, I think. Mudman! And then it gets real choppy. Might have something to do with the amount of enemies on the screen. I've really got to do some oh, good. I've got that. I wasn't sure if after restarting... Okay, maybe it's just chopping in my headphones. That could be. I can live with that. It's a nuisance to me, but as long as the stream is fine. But yeah, oh good, I've actually got those 2 DSS cards because where I had to restart, I wasn't sure I got them both again. There's one annoying thing about this game, and that's the drop rates for a lot of stuff are atrocious. And this is the only Metroidvania game that doesn't actually give you a store where you can buy things. And the DSS cards are really important, because that's like your spells, and some of them are really good. It's just, they're random drops from specific enemies, and because there's no bestiary in this game, you don't specifically know which ones drop what. So it's just a matter of killing everything as often as you can, and if you're lucky, you might be able to get everything. And even then, there's only specific enemies that drop specific things. Now this is kind of mitigated with what they call Thief Mode, because in Thief Mode your luck is boosted to an insane degree, so you actually get most every drop in the game. All your other stats are pretty low, but once you get enough items to bolster your stats, then it doesn't make any difference. So the Thief Run is difficult at the beginning, but you end up probably the strongest you can be at the end of the game. Yes, no, if you were here before, and I know you were, Rolls, the, what I did in between streams was I played Pathfinder with some friends, and the entire session could be summed up as a single encounter, because we walked into a room with a guy I can only probably classify as a mid-boss, and he very nearly killed all of us. Because it was him and 7 goons who themselves were rather squishy, but they hit pretty hard, and, well, problems happened. Although, come to think of it, I got out of it without getting hit at all, but I play in this particular session as a spellcaster, specifically a Necromancer. And I don't really have all of my best abilities yet, and by the time the fight was done, all of my spells were exhausted. I could do nothing else. But this guy straight up nearly killed 3 of us, so... It's pretty early for a total party kill, but yeah, those things happen. No, I'd like to keep the axe, thank you. Although the minute I get the cross, that's the only thing I'm keeping. It's usually the best sub-weapon in every Castlevania game, but it's definitely the best sub-weapon in this. The power of Christ compels you and all that. I was going to mention, oh yeah, recently I heard Netflix is doing a 3rd season of their Castlevania show, but I think I mentioned that last time I was streaming this. I'm still pretty excited for it, though. I'll be doubly excited if it's supposed to adapt the events of Super Castlevania 4, but I don't know if that's the case. My girlfriend is especially intrigued about the third season because she just wants Alucard to be happy. The unfortunate thing is that she probably doesn't realize that I don't think there's any way Alucard's ever going to be happy. It really does not seem to be his lot in life. I really did enjoy the show, though. I wasn't expecting it to enjoy it as much as I did. Because the first season was pretty good. I'm like, yeah, that was okay. That was okay. It's better than most video game adaptations, but it didn't have... It wasn't as climactic, I suppose, as it could have been, and it was only 4 episodes long, so like, okay, fine. But then the second season blew that out of the water. I'm like, okay, cool, I can see where this is going. It was probably the best origin story for this version of Dracula that I've seen. Because it just took all the best bits from the various games, and... yeah. That's like Dracula's, like, typical teleporting through a pillar of fire thing. They did that in the very first episode of the show, and... it's something that could have really looked stupid, but it looked so cool. The Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl? Yeah, I haven't been following that at all, because I'm not much of a football fan, but it was the Chiefs and who was the other team? But I seem to remember that the Chiefs winning seemed like it was kind of an outside thing. I don't know. Again, for what little I know of football. Oh, the 49ers. Okay. I feel like most of the people that I know who are into football have no interest in either of those teams, so I can only imagine what it's been like for them. It's like, who do I root for? And that just reminds me of hockey when the Vegas Knights first became a thing. And they just, like, tore the place up. They played really well, apparently. Again, hockey is also something I don't really follow much, but the one thing I do remember is how everyone was shocked. It's like, holy shit, this team from Vegas is doing so well in the NHL. And I'm like, oh, okay then. Because you think hockey, you typically don't think Las Vegas. The city that is constantly under threat from the frigging desert. No, Gremlin! Gremlin, please. Gremlin, no. Wow, I'm getting impaled all over the place here. And then sometimes you stomp on a skeleton. I also like the implication that the bats are so full of blood they just explode when you hit them. That's fun. Mummy! What's that? Any city where the only ice they see comes out of the freezer shouldn't get a team. I mean, that's an interesting way of putting it. But I mean, it's always funny the way that works for the NHL anyway, because they draft players from all over the damn place, so it's like, you know... You might get a team from that's based in Vegas, but the majority of their players are Canadian, for example, or European, from places that do very much get a lot of ice. But no, again, for so much as I follow it, that's the thing that kind of boggled my mind. I was like, Vegas is getting a hockey team? And I've never been to Vegas, but the one thing I do know is that it's a city that is constantly fighting the encroaching desert. It's a city that should not be, but there it is. I feel like I might keep the axe. Yeah, I think the axe might be better against Cerberus than Holy Water. I know I used it last time I fought him, but I also nearly died, so... If you were a player for the Vegas Golden Knights, you'd probably waste all your income on the craps tables. Yeah. Me, I'm not much of a gambler, but I feel like... I keep trying to play poker, even though I only half understand how to play it sometimes. And even then, the only one I really understand how to play is Texas Hold'em, and that's because that's the one that's usually used in video games. Like, I played a shitload of Texas Hold'em poker in both of the Red Dead Redemption games, for example. Ow. I feel like I play a lot of Blackjack. Blackjack is a game that I've played quite a bit of. Fleeman! Actually, no, they're hoppers. I believe I made that mistake last time, too. Although the one game I really don't understand is Liar's Dice. Because that's something you were able to play in the first Red Dead Redemption, but not the second, and I don't know if I ever figured out how the fuck that game worked. I mean, I won all the times I needed to win playing Liar's Dice in that game, but I never knew how I did it. Okay, Cerberus is up there. Let's see if I can explore a bit further before I fight him. And, yeah, then hit up the save room so I can get my health back. You know, after getting mauled to death by gremlins. And looking away and running headlong into a skeleton, yes. It's like the old joke, if you don't understand a casino game, put your money on the table and just wait to see if you get paid or they take your money away. That's like the one thing I always said, right? Is like, you know, a poker face is a thing. It's like, you know, you make yourself this impassive wall so nobody can tell if you're bluffing or not. And I was looking at it and I was like, no, what you need to do is you need to make the stupidest face you can possibly think of to really throw your opponent off. So you're like just sitting there holding your cards and they don't know whether you have a good hand or not because you're looking at them and you're going... And you just keep this face. And you don't change it. You just like glare at them and look at your cards and... Like, how would they be able to tell if you had a good hand or not? If anything, they might think you're having a stroke. Maybe bring in the old, the fake glasses and nose and eyebrows to make yourself look like Groucho Marx or something. Smash. That's like playing poker in Red Dead Redemption 2, because that's something I had to do recently in the game for challenges in the game. And, basically it was like, the way the AI works is that if you, a lot of the times, just raise a shitload of money or even go all in, a lot of times the AI will get scared and fold automatically, so you can slowly chip away their funds just by doing that. No matter what you got in your hand, just bet everything. I did not mean to slide. I remember a couple of things my brother used to do in this game to level up. Number one, he would just repeatedly slaughter the mummies that keep popping up, and he'd also stand in a room where these spirits kept showing up and just do this. Tedious, but effective. Now, I don't think I can actually go this way though, can I? Because I need the double jump. Yeah. Well, let's go to the save room and see about killing Cerberus again. Although I can get to gain another level soon, so that's good. We should gain another level by the time I reach him. Ow. No, you stop that. No, you stop that. Die! Skullman! There we go. Perfect. I'll take every bit of bonus I can. Although I don't think I'm going to wait around and kill enough enemies to gain one more level, because that would take forever. Throw caution to the wind and go try to kill the giant doggy. Mudman! Ow. Okay, I've been running about like a fool and just running into enemies. Now let's save the game and try not to get hit while I go to the boss chamber, shall we? This is going to be especially fun when I come over here and run into the gremlins. There they are. Oh god, bats. Oh no you don't. I'm not playing that game, Bone Man. Yeah, nope. Alright, you big evil doggy. How do I activate the spell again? Like that, that's how you activate the spell. Okay. And now let's waste it on that. Ow! Oh yeah, that's right, he does this. Hit him in the hindquarters! It's his one weakness. Ow. There's a bad dog. There's a bad hound of hell. Why must you jump so good? I would kill for the backdash maneuver right now. Wrong way, Nathan. Ah! With the delayed reaction there. Honestly, I kind of like it when you use the lightning attack because it makes it so much easier to hit you. I had a much easier time with Cerberus this time. Maybe this bodes well. Double received. Another jump can be performed while in midair because you're a goddamn wizard now, apparently. Let's go over towards the right. Perhaps. Yes. Ow. Ow. No, not that far right. Or that right, I suppose I should say. Go up and hop into the save room again too, just to make sure I don't have to fight Cerberus for the third time. Because up until the point I get up to the Necromancer and quite possibly die to it, there's going to be a shitload of deja vu. Curses, I ran into a spirit. Also a skeleton. Even Nathan not give a shit about his own safety. But I must find my master! Mister, I mean master. And that just reminds me, it's been so long since I've watched Dracula Dead and Loving It. One of Leslie Nielsen's finest, in my opinion. Cool. Now where? Yeah, I don't think I can actually get in any of the places down below yet, because I think the one on the bottom right corner does... It involves something a bit more extreme than a double jump. So let's go back to the mummy room. Which means I have to go back towards where I fought Cerberus. Yes. Slide! Axe! No, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, it does kind of suck that there's no actual store in this game, because you... like, you'd want to pick up as many potions as you can, no doubt, but why do you need so many cloth shirts? There's no reason to have that many. Like, when it comes to armor and equipment and stuff like that, you'd think you just pick up one and leave it at that. I don't know, maybe it's just in case you need one for some reason, you accidentally discard it? I don't know if you can even discard items in this game. Yeah, I don't know if you can. I'm going to have so many cloth shirts by the time I'm done. Nathan's going to be able to open his own garment store. Never mind that everything is slightly moldy because I got all of these things off of zombies. They might smell real bad, but it's built to last. Excuse me, would you like this ancient cotton shirt? Yeah, I haven't been checking for secret rooms. I really should be. Ah, there's that song we just heard. In the Abyss Stairway. Abyss! Oh, can I actually go up there? Nah, it's just too high for me. Yeah, so that's gonna be... Wait, have I not gone... Can I go that way? Let's go investigate, shall we? Kick! Oh cool, I can kill them with a slide now. Perfect. Oh, that's the wrong way anyway. Slide! 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 You will fall to the mighty boots of Nathan Graves. I've got my shit kickers on. Fleeman! I don't know why I'm worried. Apparently they can't come up here. Yeah, sure. Ow. You proved me wrong, didn't you? Had to just show how tough you were. Oh cool, a card. Oh, cool, I'm going to die. You received the Venus card. Okay, so what happens when I mix it with the Salamander card? Uh-huh. So what did that do? It's constantly draining. What is it doing? Oh, inflicted damage increases by 25%, so it just boosts my damage. That's nice. It's constantly draining though, so I don't think I'll use that right now. It might be good for a boss. Yeah, apparently eventually when you level up enough, or, well, specifically there's a magician mode you can play too, where you get all the cards at the beginning. And your magic regenerates a lot faster, so you can just start chain gunning spells all the time, even the ones that cost a lot of MP. I cannot go that way yet. Because I think I need to find the means to freeze those things. Hello, friend. What are you doing here? Slide! I can't be poisoned if I kick you to death. Nope. Swing and a miss. Oh, come on. Oh, I don't even want that. Never mind. Useless, useless dagger. Should keep swinging at random walls in case I find something. There we go. I just need to position myself directly under it for it to work. Yes. Hello, Axe Knight. Aha! I would love to increase my ability not to die, thank you very much. also like how those stairs are there just for show. You can't actually use them. And they're not even great stairs because they don't go all the way up. It's, yeah. Is that ability transferable to real life? This is sad because my memory seems so spotty, but what ability was I talking about? I swear to God, my mind is turning into a sieve. I say something and 2 seconds later it's just gone. I'm also running on very little sleep, so that might have something to do with it. No, don't fall! You must jump. You must live. Oh, the ability not to die. Yeah. You know, the one I just mentioned a couple of minutes ago. I mean, it would be nice. It'd be nice that if in real life you would find a jug of red liquid just in the middle of an empty room, and if you took a swig of it, then you'd be fine for, like, ever. You increase your vim and vigor. Oh, that's right, the Iron Maiden I can't do anything with yet. Of course, if we were using Castlevania logic, all you need to do is find a crumbling stone wall somewhere and you break it 9 times out of 10, you're going to find a haunch of meat. Delicious wall meat. Because, you know, what are the odds that you'll find a freshly cooked venison behind the wall of a crumbling castle? I did not mean to throw you, Mr. Axe, but okay. Ah yes, the gremlins. I don't have Gizmo here to help me. That's a shame. Where else does meat come from? Yeah, that's exactly what happens. They just sort of generate in the walls. See what you have to do, right? You gotta build like a castle or something, and then you just have to let it sit for maybe a couple of 100 years, and eventually it spontaneously generates cooked meat. It's just basic science, don't you know? The longer you leave it in there, the more flavorful it gets. It's like a slow cooker, except, you know, it cooks over the course of centuries. And maybe you have to fight a vampire or two to get at it. I don't know. Ow! Come on now. Don't be a dick. This way. Oh look, another Iron Maiden. Nope. You lose, skeleton. Yes, I believe this is the song I mentioned last time I was streaming this that has like the really awesome bass line. No, I can't break into that wall because, you know, I already see what's on the other side. Audience room. And then Nathan says no. Yeah, the goddamn Necromancer's up here somewhere, isn't it? I feel like the card combination that increases my killing power is probably going to be more useful against him than fire. And that block impedes my progress. And so Nathan ran. Yeah, it seems really hard to even keep yourself well equipped in this game, because it's completely a crapshoot if you're gonna actually get any equipment off of enemies, so... Like, if I'm really unlucky, I might not get any better than leather armor for the next few bosses. I hope that's not the case. It's locked! Curse you! Oh yeah, I need to go around the other way to get there. Okay. There's a teleporter somewhere. Triumph hallway. How triumphant. The clinky clanky man. Ow. Thought that was rather conspicuous. Joke's on you. I healed. Joke's on me. You're still mauling me to death. Leap! Slash. Slid right into that and still got hurt. I so often accidentally throw things. And that's something I can't open. Oh yeah, that's right, this is the main hallway that leads me out there. Well, there's a really tough axe armor out here I can probably kill and get some experience for, so let's go do that. Because I know there's not really anything I can do, like, out this way, anywhere over far I can go, but... I'm picking up a lot of potions. There you are. Alright, my friend. Let's make good use of this. You die now. Look at all the 11 points of damage I'm doing to it. Oh yeah, that's right. The sword. Okay, I've got 61 experience points left to the next level. Oh. Well, I've leveled up. So I can't rightly judge how much that just gave me. Ah, and that's where the cross is. Okay, so coming out here was a good idea. I knew I found it somewhere in my first run to try to play this game. I almost feel like the axe might be better to take out the Necromancer, but I don't know, we'll see. I'd like to see if I can at least get as far as I was when I first tried to stream this and kill him, that'd be nice. Oh yeah, I can't go over there, I've already tried that, never mind. Not the bone! It gave me the bone! Clinky man! Ah! Excuse me while I just jump straight into that. Yeah, the drop rate in this game just basically gives you the incentive to murder every single enemy when you come across them. No matter how weak they are, no matter how many of them you've already killed, they all need to die. no you don't. Seems like most of the skeleton enemies I can just kick them to death. Yeah, this is the painting that kind of looks like the other one later on, but it's slightly different. Yeah, let's go up. Once it registers my double jump. Although it appears I can't go too high up. Not yet, anyway. Oh, well. No, you die now. Oh look, more leather armor. Nice. If I ever wanted to open my own item shop, I'd be well set. Nathan has found an untapped market for adventurers in this castle. Oh yeah, you lightning man. Forgot about you. Also, I'm closer to dead than I thought I was, so I hope I find the save room soon. No, Mr. Holy Water, I can do without you, thank you. Get the running leap! Leap! And I don't think there was anything up here. Nope, not a thing. Alright. The bombs! This is another place I can't really go until I know how to freeze these guys. I'll kill them, though, for the experience. Whip beats brain. Who needs to think when you can whip it? When a problem comes along, you must whip it. Oh, good. I do have potions, I suppose, but I'd sooner not use them if I don't have to. Pretty soon, these creatures may force my hand. And I must drink the potion-y goodness. The liquid health. I'm just tripping over these stat increases, though, which is nice. I did not mean to shoot that cross. Oh, good. Delicious save point. Num num. I will eat all the health I can. Ah, the hell with it. Take the slow route. And I got a potion. Nice. Maybe I should go this way first, though. I know I've already been in these rooms, I just forget what they look like. Well, this is probably worth it. I cast thee out, Devil Tower! Nathan just slides on me. Clinky man. And I can't go that way. Alright. To the center it is. Oh, what are you? Oh, that's gonna come in handy. Let's see. That decreases strength but increases defense. What if I do this? Decreases intelligence. I mean, it decreases strength only by 5, so maybe I'll go for the arm guard. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, hello, can I read this correctly? Sazabi, yes, Sazabi88. Yeah, that's the weird thing. Because Castlevania protagonists aren't really well known for their ability to run. Although, like, they can dash, most of them can dash backwards, at least in a lot of the modern ones, the Metroidvanias, and they dash real fast, in that a lot of speedrunners will actually use the backwards dash more frequently than they will actually move forward. But Nathan can run, and like you said, he needs boots just to run. I mean, he knows how to slide, and he knows that from the beginning, but he needs to basically learn how to do all kinds of other very basic things, like running. Also double jumping, but double jumping is just magic, so... Oh, only in some backdashing is actually good? Okay. I feel like Symphony of the Night is one where backdash is usually a pretty fast way to get places, but I could be mistaken. Oh, Harmony of Dissonance it is too. Which is funny, because Harmony of Dissonance is, I think, the next one that Igarashi made after Symphony of the Night. Because he didn't have anything to do with this game. Oh, you can do front dashing, and it's been a long time since I played Harmony of Dissonance, so I honestly can't recall. But you can do front dashing in that game too? That's neat. Oh, card! Mandragora! What do you do? Okay, let's see what it does when mixed with the Venus card. Maybe it's increased defense? No. He did both the best and worst on Game Boy Advance. Okay, what would you consider the best and worst then? Because it's been so long since I played the Game Boy Advance Castlevanias, well, aside from this one, obviously, that I can't recall. Because there was Harmony of Dissonance and Dawn of Souls was the other one, I think? Oh, Harmony is the worst, okay. Because I think the third, because I think there was only 3, the third one was the first game with that Soma Cruz guy, I think. Okay, I don't really know what that one does. What about this one? Okay, Vine Whip. Got it. Oh, Arya. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. A Whip of Thorns to attack enemies. Right, so I don't really know what the other one is. Yeah, I kind of went over the whole thing with this game and its creation when I did the first stream of this. And when it first came out, critically and in terms of fan reception, it was actually a fairly well-received game, but after that, not long after that, people started complaining about a lot of parts of it. And one of the biggest things was the fact that it had really muddy graphics. And it came to pass after that the reason why the graphics looked so dark was not the game, it was the Game Boy Advance. Because the original version of the Game Boy Advance, like the one I've got in my little graphic here up on the top of the screen, it had no backlighting, much like the original Game Boys. And while that didn't matter so much for the original Game Boys on account of the fact that the graphics and color palettes were so simple, in a game like this, that was really important. So once the Game Boy Advance SP came out, it was then discovered, oh no, the graphics for this game were actually really good. It's just the hardware was shitty. So when the Game Boy Advance SP came out, people were like, oh, yeah, it actually really works well. It looks really good. It's just you couldn't see anything because of the hardware. Which honestly turned out to be the reason why Harmony of Dissonance was so crazy bright. Because when Igarashi made Harmony of Dissonance, he overcompensated for that. Yeah, I think the Necromancer is the next boss. He's the next one behind that door. And, my first time I attempted to stream this last week, he killed me. He killed me, and, the game didn't save. So I was playing this for like an hour and a half, and all of my progress was gone. I've got that fixed. The game does save now. Have I tried the DSS glitch? I'm not familiar with that. What is that? Oh, is that the thing I heard about where you can kind of cheat the system into, you can cheat the system into making you think you've got all the DSS cards? I think I've heard about that. Oh good, there's a save room here. Yeah, when you activate DSS, you turn yellow. Yeah, because I thought there was a way you could actually... Oh, when you're a yellow, pause and change your DSS card. Okay, let's actually try that right now. Okay, so I'm gonna equip Salamander and Mercury, so I get the fire one. Okay, so I don't know, that might have been too soon or too late. Let's try this. Holy shit, you are correct! Because I didn't have that card. Try the last two. So, like the combination of the last attribute and the last action? Yeah, let's try that. Okay, let's shut that off. And, let's see. Alright, so we'll... Nope. We'll try that, and we'll try that. Salamander and Mercury. I'll be damned. Holy shit. So you occasionally throw the big bone! Nice! thank you for telling me of that. Yeah, I do recall hearing about that, the fact that you die in one hit. And that's not something I'd be able to keep up, I guess. I guess the best ones to use for that would probably be ones that only take magic away whenever I hit. But it's still good to know. I mean, if I really wanted to cheese it, I might be able to turn into a skeleton when I fight the Necromancer and just keep spamming the bone until the bone until I hit it. Seems like a real dangerous way to try to go about it, but you never know. I'm not going to go up and bother with him yet anyway. I might explore a bit more, maybe gain another level. Because that asshole did murder me the last time I fought him. The fourth god and second to last creature for him? What? I'm not 100% sure I take your meaning. Unless you're talking about the cards. Oh, and DSS cards. Oh, yes, I understand. The attribute and the... Yeah, because that's a monster and that's a god, yeah. Alright, so number 4, and... Yes. And the second to last attribute. What is that one? Let's find out, shall we? Okay, so the fourth one, and the second to last one here, and... Oh, damn! I realize this is basically cheating, but you know what? It's a glitch in the game to exploit, I may as well use it. Especially considering how horrendous the item drops are in this game. Because the one thing I do know... the fourth one with the last one? I'm gonna try that one here just now and see what it looks like. Because the one thing I do know about this game is the drop rate for a lot of things are horrendous. Oh, the fourth action card changes what weapon you have. Alright. Okay, there we go. Alright, so fourth and last. And that does... And then I get a gun? Magic firearm. And for his special maneuver, Nathan uses a gun. It's funny, I didn't think guns were introduced in the series until, you could play as Soma Cruz. Yeah, I did remember that there was some kind of... Whoops. I did remember that there was some kind of cheat wherein you could get the DSS cards without actually finding them, and that's it. Alright, I feel like I'm gonna have to experiment with those at some point. Right now, let's run my ass in there and destroy this guy. May as well equip that right now. Honestly, typically I would not cheat like this, but I'm really aggravated by the fact this guy killed me and I didn't save any of my progress before, so let's just maul him. Let's just destroy this guy. Okay, so fourth, second last, Let's destroy a Necromancer. Extraordinary. To be dropped into the abyss and still live. But your luck is about to run out. Get out of my way! Child, before I finish you, I will tell you some news. Have you heard the good news about our Lord and Savior Vlad the Impaler? Your precious master is already in our power. What? That old man will feed us with his soul. Also, apparently he makes a very nice quiche, so we'll get that first. The rite has been prepared and we only await the full moon. Dracula's witness. The Necromancer is just door-to-door Dracula's witness. You hear the ominous chimes and your doorbell ring and then you just dive under the couch. I swear to God, I've had it up to here with these missionaries for the Lord of Night. No! Oh crap, it actually didn't save. Alright, the weapon. Means I gotta do that again. I best hope your doorbell's Megalovania. Alright. Let's do this and hopefully not die. Because just cause I can hit him real hard does not mean he can't kill me. Although honestly, I'm not even hitting him that hard. Then again, he probably doesn't have much in the way of hit points. And I'm almost out of magic. I'm completely out of magic. There we go! Spam cross! Spam cross! Oh, I hate that attack. Though he didn't hit me with it that time. Damn. There we go. Ah, shit. Okay, I might have enough magic back. Nice of you to stop by, Rolls, and you have yourself a good night. Yes, he's lost his robe! He's disrobed for me! Oh no! Alright, let's try this trick again. Yeah, I feel like I might be slightly underleveled for this guy, but we'll see if I can kill him. Ow. Oh, there we go! He's dead! And I've leveled up twice! Recommended levels 10? Now I am level 11. And my MP is confusing to look at, apparently. I know Master is still alive. Hold on! I'll be there. Though, where is Hugh? What have we here? Tackle received. Oh, forwards plus special. The special move button makes the player charge. Alright. Recommended level is actual bull. Why did I give him a Richter Belmont voice? I don't know. I wasn't sure what I was going for Nathan. I feel like it was kind of like really shitty Sonic the Hedgehog is what I was going with. Some blocks can be destroyed with this move. Ah, there we go. It didn't tell me what the special move button was, but it's R. Alright. Honestly, if it sounds like Richter Belmont, then I feel kind of bad because I'm on record of crap. I'm on record as saying that Richter Belmont is the most useless Belmont that ever existed, in my opinion. And maybe that's unfair of me, because I'm sure there's worse. Yeah, backdashing doesn't exist in this game. Instead, you can just turd real good. Yeah, Just Belmont is not that great either. Which is funny, because apparently Just is the grandson of what I consider to be the best Belmont, which is Simon. And I just feel so bad. I was like, oh, but your grandfather was so cool. Yeah, he doesn't fight Dracula. I forgot about that. Dracula's not even... Well, Julius is technically the best, because he finally puts Dracula down. That's true. But I admit, I am largely biased in my view that Simon is the best because Super Castlevania 4 is my favorite Castlevania game, so... Yeah, Leon did not do shit. Leon's the reason why there's a Dracula in the first place. And now I'm poisoned. Smooth move, Nathan. Yes, all he did was make the whip and Dracula, so I feel like the two cancel each other out, you know? I mean, yeah, you made the means to kill Dracula, but you're also the reason why Dracula's a thing, so... good, I guess? I do like that they made reference of him in the Castlevania TV show, though. Nathan puts on 2 pairs of shoes in this. I mean, you gotta double up, you might get cold. Castle seems drafty. See, I played this game when I was a kid. Well, I say kid. I was probably... Well, I mean, I still counted as a kid at that point. I think I was 13 first time I played this game. But, yeah. There's a lot of it I forgot. Like, for example, apparently him putting on 2 pairs of shoes. Dash boots and kick boots. Be hilarious if he just goes all over the damn place. You know, he puts on 1 boot, he puts on a dash boot, and he puts on a kick boot, and then he just does like a running dash kick thing. I feel like I didn't explore enough over there, because I know there's a transport thing over there somewhere. Yeah, let's go back over that way and explore some of the empty rooms, or the rooms I haven't gone through yet. What if he wears both at the same time? Oh, maybe that's what he's doing. Gotta layer up. Like I said, it's drafty in this castle. I imagine Dracula hasn't paid the heating bill in centuries. Although the one thing I did forget about this game is this isn't actually the titular Castlevania. This isn't Dracula's castle, it's Camilla's. It has a lot of things in common with Dracula's castle, but it's not his castle. Then why aren't his feet as big as moon shoes? I don't know if this is the same thing that you're talking about, but like I remember there was this other thing that was marketed when I was a kid. It was this toy, right? And I think they were called moon shoes. Oh, it's Dracula's Castle later? Noon. But I think they actually were called moon shoes, and basically what they were trampolines that you put on both your feet. So you just bounced around like a son of a bitch. Maybe that explains how he can double jump. But the double jump item is a necklace, so that makes no sense. Oh, you had those? I always thought when I was a kid how cool it would be to have those things, but then I remembered that I am terribly uncoordinated, so I probably would have busted my shit up. I would have gotten into a terrible accident and probably lost both my legs in some sort of moon shoe mishap. My legs would have gone straight to the moon. People broke their ankles in them. Well, it's probably a good thing I didn't get them. Because I guarantee you that would be my fate. That and they damage your ankle muscles. Oh god. Maybe it's just because I don't see commercials for them so much anymore, but I feel like there aren't a lot of toys that are basically torture devices for your children that are marketed anymore. Because I seem to recall there were a lot of stuff like that. There were a lot of toys like that back in the 90s. Oh yeah, I can't go up there. Alright. Dates even earlier. Yeah, you're right. You're right, I suppose. In a couple of games, I have seen a commercial for this thing called a, oh, the Gilbert glass blowing kit. Yeah, that's exactly what you need your children to do. But in a couple of video games, I have seen ads for something that they made back in the 50s called a swing wing, which is basically this sort of thing that you put on a kid's head and they have to start going like this. It's Whiplash in a box, basically. And then there was the one that gave you actual uranium. Yeah, there was something like that too when there... Hey look, a save room that I missed. Oh, we had this one when I was a kid. My brother's the one that got it, but I used it too. And it was called, Metal Molders, is what it was. And basically, it was this little... They designed it like this little plastic forge, but they had this metal cup and it had a hot plate underneath it. And what they did was they gave you these little vials that were full of really soft, like, metal pellets. I don't know what it was. It might have been lead. Jesus, I don't know what it was. But you poured the pellets into the tiny thing, and you melted them down, and you had this, like, sort of rubber mold that you can make shapes out of. Like, there was, of course, they made it all, like, all real badass stuff. Like, there was a skull with wings and a motorcycle and shit. And you could put these little gems in them, and you can make necklaces out of them or something. And I burned myself more than once with this thing. This was also not too long after I saw Terminator 2. So I was like, oh, this thing's like the T-1000, yeah. And then I had a couple of toys that I just dumped into the molten metal just so I could coat them with metal. Honestly, it was actually kind of a neat thing. Oh, you burnt yourself on a toaster? Yeah, I've been there. A toaster. Have you ever actually tried to stick a fork in a toaster to try to hook out a piece of toast while it was still plugged in? I've done that. I'm surprised I didn't shock myself to death doing it. But in terms of that, I actually have to. Okay, just give me a moment. I need to go full screen for this because this is going to be a story that's going to take a bit of time. Okay, so I can top that. Oh yeah, the toaster thing. No, that was stupid. I should not have done that, and I realized that. No, it wasn't a piece of toast. It was a bagel. No, it was a piece of toast, because I had a loaf of homemade bread and I cut a slice too thick and it got stuck. And I was not thinking. Because you used to shove your hand in, and that's why you burned yourself. This is the lesson that we've learned. Oh, and you followed me too. Thanks for that, Sazabi. I really appreciate it. Okay, but this is the story of the time I most severely injured myself with an appliance. And this is actually from not too long ago. This was from a couple of years ago. I remember very distinctly it was one summer. It was a summer 2 years ago. It was actually a couple of weeks before I was set to go on a trip to go halfway across the country too, which made it even worse. But what I did, right, is I was making supper. And I was making hamburgers, and I thought to myself, what's a good thing to have with hamburgers? Fries, like chips. And I was like, no, I'm not going to half-ass it, though. I'm not going to get, like, the McCain stuff out of the freezer. I got potatoes. I'm going to cut the potatoes up real slim, like rounds of them, and I'm going to fry them in a frying pan. And I had a mandolin. And, like, what a mandolin, well, not the musical instrument, it's like that really sharp blade that you can kind of glide a potato over and cut it in, like, thin slices. Now these things come with a little handle thing with a couple of like needles on the end of it, right? And the idea is you take something like a potato or whatever vegetable you're cutting on it, and you jam it in the thing, and then you glide it over the blade and cut it down real thin. I tried doing this, but the potato I was using was like this long. It was oblong shape. It was like real. So I tried using it, and I kept wobbling all over the place, and I couldn't get a good cut out of it. So I was like, you know what? It'll be safe, it'll be fine, I say to myself. I'm going to take this potato, and I'm going to slice it down about halfway, and I'm going to put the handle back on it, and, then I'll be fine. I forgot to put the handle back on. And what I was doing is, when I was gripping the potato, I accidentally put my thumb down along the side of it. And I was going like this without thinking, full bore, and, you can't see it now. Like, it looks perfectly fine. It was right here, this whole, like, pretty much from this point, right there, and around the nail. But what happened was, I glided over it one last time, and I cut the tip of my thumb clean off. Well, not clean off, because there was still a little thin strip of skin that was covering it, like, holding it in place, so it kind of flapped a bit. So I cut a piece of my thumb off. And I knew it as soon as I did it, and it didn't hurt. I didn't feel a thing, because I probably destroyed a nerve ending or something. Yeah, oof is right. And I looked at it, and I was like, shit. And again, it didn't hurt, but this just very clearly shows that I wasn't thinking, right? What I did is, because I look at it, and it hasn't started bleeding yet, but I know it's gonna. I'm like, oh, I should probably bandage this somehow. But I can't bandage it because I was using a thing that I was cutting potatoes with, so I should probably clean it before I bandage it. And here is the mistake I made. I went to the bathroom, and before making sure that I wasn't bleeding, and that I had to stop the bleeding, I ran the tap, and I started trying to clean it with warm water. And then the bleeding started. And I wouldn't stop bleeding. The sink was full of blood. Because I must have because there's like, you can get a pulse out of your thumb. I must have came pretty close to a blood vessel in there somewhere. Like a really major one. I don't know, I'm not a biologist, I'm not a doctor. And then the sink just turned red. And then I noticed all the blood that was coming out of me. And I had this brief moment where I thought to myself, that was probably a bad idea. I probably should have put something over it first. And then everything went black. And I distinctly remember that I fainted due to the amount of blood that I lost. And I tipped over. Oh, there aren't any major blood vessels in there. Okay, alright. That's good to know, because that probably would have been even more dangerous. I should know this. My mother is a nurse. Anyway. So yeah, due to the amount of blood loss, and the fact that it happened so quickly, probably. Because, I mean, I'm after having some pretty bad scrapes. I'm after tearing my knees up to the point where my legs were covered in blood, but I didn't lose too much in the one go. I ended up fainting. Yes, what I should have done was, what I should have done is called direct pressure. Yeah, I should have just, like, clamped something over the top of it as soon as I did it. I know that now after the fact, but at the time, the first thing I thought was, I should clean this. That was a bad idea. But even then, even if I had just fainted, I might have been okay. If not for the fact that I am a very tall, lanky bastard. I'm about 6'4", and I fell over like a tree. Like, I went like this, and I cracked myself in the temple right here on the side of the bathtub, and I knocked myself the fuck out. Fortunately, my girlfriend was there at the time, and we managed to call my brother, who then brought me to the emergency room. And it took so long for them to see me, I was almost perfectly fine by the time they saw me, because I was half afraid I had a concussion. So I was like, I should probably go to the hospital for this one. If it was just the cut, meh. But by the time they saw me, like, there wasn't any issues with my head. I could still, like, track lights and stuff. And they just gave me a tetanus shot because of the blade. They put a couple of skin strips over the bit that was flapped over. Yeah, makeshift tourniquet might have been a good idea too. So yeah, anyway, so then they did that, and I was just really tired by the time I got home, which was 2 o'clock in the morning, because I was at the emergency room for like 3 or 4 hours. And I was like, oh, I'm fine. And I thought to myself, hey, maybe I can still go to work tomorrow morning. I know I have to go to work in like 6 hours. Less than that even, but I was like, maybe I can still do it. Woke up the next morning, I felt like my head was going to explode. As, you know, falling about 6 feet and striking your head off of hard ceramic would do. So, I lost, I think, 2 days of work because I beat myself up that badly. And I had to take a trip to the emergency room, and I blacked out and nearly gave myself a concussion because I was cutting a potato. There you go. That's the worst time I've ever fucked myself up with an appliance. But the funny thing is that the bit of my thumb I cut off grew back. Because we popped over, like, they put a couple of skin strips over the top of it, and the bit that was mostly hanging off basically served as a bandage. But then it scabbed over, came off, and I had like a dent in my thumb for a little while, and then it just kind of grew back. I don't have as much feeling in that section of my thumb anymore. And every now and then it kind of peels, but, you know, it's fine. Anyway, that's my story. My foolish story. And I have not used that damn thing since. I'm half afraid to. And you went to the emergency room because you fell backwards off of a stool. Okay. How did that happen? On a carpet. Oh, jeez. But no, it's funny, a lot of times whenever you actually injure yourself pretty badly, enough that you need to go to the hospital, because I've heard this from a lot of other people too, it's usually something really stupid. Like something that it's the simplest of things, that you just weren't being mindful of what you were doing, or some kind of freak accident happened, and the next thing you know, you're like concussed, or missing a finger, or something. It's fun times, is what I'm saying. Oh, it's because the stool's in front of basement stairs. Yeah, that would do it. Heat shade. Taking a header down a flight of stairs is not a good thing. I frigged up my my ankle over Christmas doing something like that. Oh, you went down on the carpeted stairs, alright. Yeah, busting your shit up on a flight of stairs is not fun either. That is a good way to give yourself a concussion. Although, you know, whatever it is you did to injure yourself. You didn't specifically say concussion, I've just got that on the mind. Because of the severe head trauma, yes. do I want to go next, I wonder? I think there might be a block somewhere I can destroy. Ah, but I still haven't found the teleporter room. I want to find that. You know cartoons when they exaggerate falling downstairs and always landing on your head? That was you. Okay. I can't remember which one it was, but I'm just picturing this episode of The Simpsons where I think Homer fell down a flight of, yeah, he fell down a flight of stairs because Bart's skateboard was on the top. And, like, he flipped over basically every second stair and landed directly on top of his head. That's what I'm picturing in my head right now. Yeah, up, I gotta go over that way. No, not that way. This way. Yes, I'm assuming there were plenty of does when you did that. Do. Well, that's like the time I mentioned where I fucked up both my knees. I tore the shit out of them. The reason why I did that was because I was saving ice cream. 12-foot flight of stairs, wow. Well, you're lucky you didn't really, like, severely injure yourself on that. But yeah, the knee thing happened when, I had some stuff dropped off at the dry cleaners, and I typically don't drive myself, I don't have a car. So a friend of mine, she gave me a lift to the dry cleaners. Oh, there's a secret? Like over this way? I will carry on the story when I find out where the secret is. There's a secret floor down at the right. So over here? Like in this area? Oh, in the floor. So it's something that... There we go. Alright. Normally I'm not 100% keen on backseat gaming to that, like in that kind of thing, but in this game, I'm perfectly okay with you telling me if I miss a secret room, because the secret rooms in Castlevania games in general, and this one in particular, are a pain in the ass to try to find. Ow. So I thank you wholeheartedly for telling me that was there. Yeah, no real strong one here, thankfully. Excuse me while I spill tea all over myself. Got super excited that time, apparently. Anyway. Yeah, so the time I fucked up my knees, like I said, I had some stuff dropped off at a dry cleaner, and a friend of mine offered to give me a ride there to pick up my stuff, which was nice of her. She had to go over that way anyway, and it was like, okay, that's good. So as thanks, because that place was pretty close to a Wendy's, I was like, oh, I'll buy a couple of Frosties for us. Boom, there we go. So I did. And I was on my way back to her car to drop off the Frosties before I went in to get my clothes. And there was a very high step in front of the dry cleaners, ironically enough, because I had to pass by it again to go to her car. So I tripped. By the time I get to the final boss, I should have 42 health upgrades. Cool. But yeah, when I was on my way back to the car, I passed dry cleaners and there was a big step in front of the dry cleaners. I tripped up over it, and I was holding the ice creams like this. And I went like full bore. I almost went at an angle like this, forwards. And I could have saved myself had I dropped the ice creams and put my hands in front of myself, but I didn't, because I was like, oh shit, I'm going to drop the ice cream. So I did like a long-legged run, maybe about 12 or 15 feet across, and then landed and skidded across the parking lot on my knees. Destroyed the pants I was wearing, tore out both of my knees, I was covered in blood, but I saved the ice cream. And I was proud of myself for that. My friend was horrified, as was the woman who ran the dry cleaner, because I still had to go in and get my clothes covered in blood. But I noticed, I think it was, I don't know, 3 or 4 months after that, they actually had a sign put up next to that step, warning people that the step was there. So, I mean, maybe I did a good thing by destroying myself. The guardian angel of ice cream. No, you gotta understand. It's like when it comes to sweet stuff, not just ice cream, like cakes and stuff, I will literally take a bullet for a cake if I have to. There is nothing more precious to me than dessert. Ah, there we go. Name is Vanilla Ice with your stand being cream. I don't watch a lot of JoJo's, but I do get the reference. And I find it very amusing. Oh, there we go. Here's a place I can go. That's an actual stand and an actual user? Wow, maybe I need to watch more JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Because that sounds both awesome and hilariously stupid. Yeah, about the whole dessert thing, apparently one of my nephews, his favorite bad joke is, like, he'll talk about me and he'll be like, it's like, yeah, his favorite dessert is dessert. And I'll think about it and I'll be like, he's not wrong. And there's a stand called Killer Queen. Yeah, that's definitely a reference to Queen. Yeah, I feel like what little I know about that show, or that series, yeah, series is a better way to put it, is that it seems like a lot of it is just wall-to-wall references to music and musicians. Because the one villain I know about is this vampire named Dio Brando, and I can't help but think that his first name, at least, is because of Ronnie James Dio, so... Oh, I just simply didn't go all the way over here. Okay, cool. Oh, part 4 starts with music references. Alright. I feel like there's a hallway down there that... Oh, was that a crate? Or was that a... block? I'm gonna have to go down and investigate. It's like another one that's really heavy on the music references is Cowboy Bebop. Because I think every episode is either named after a song or a style of music. And there's that one episode where the crew is nearly killed by something that grew in the fridge. Which I can't recall if the Weird Al song Livin' in the Fridge was out before that episode was made, but I'd like to think that that's what that is a reference to. There's 2 bosses in the game you can skip entirely? Okay. I mean, I feel like I'd still want to kill them, but that's interesting to know. Oh no, no, cross, please. Leap! Ah, bomb! Yeah, that room down there. Oh, you don't actually need the stuff that those bosses drop? Interesting. Ow. and the bosses themselves are a pain in the ass. I feel like that's the case for a lot of Castlevania games. Well, that's like one boss I am aware is in this game because he's in a lot of them, as I'm pretty sure Legion is still in this game, and Legion is very frequently an annoying boss to fight. And I feel like it's probably just as bad in this game. Down, I have to go all the way down to the floor. Alright. Kick! Oh! Yes. Ha! I laugh at your bone. 1 hit point of damage. Worthless. Oh, Legion's a normal enemy? Okay, strange. Okay, no, that is the crate. I've already been here. The one problem I have with Castlevania games, at least the Metroidvania ones, is I very easily get turned around. Because, I mean, it's one thing to look at the places, oh, I haven't been to this area yet. But then another to look down and like, how do I get there? Where is this place? And I still didn't actually go through the the teleport thing to go back to the other. God damn it! I gotta run all the way back up there again. Yeah, I figured I needed something to actually push that thing. Oh, you get that from the first optional boss? Alright. I suppose if nothing else I can gain some levels if I just run about whipping things to death. Getting confused and lost in the castle. I did not mean to throw that. My lousy, clumsy thumbs cause me to keep throwing items. Yeah. Kinda screwed that one up, didn't I? Oh dear. Okay, and the other boss is in some kind of underground warehouse. Okay, cool. Shit. Brain! Brain float. Sounds like a really disgusting beverage. Although I wouldn't be surprised if there's an alcoholic drink called a brain float. Yeah, let's actually use this thing. Away we go. Success! I feel like there's a breakable thing down there somewhere. I know I've run into more of them. Let's head back over to the left, see if I can make any more progress this way. Actually, no, not all the way to the left, because that just leads me out to the courtyard, and I can't do anything out there yet. Just check out the bottom part of this room. Ow. Wait, did I just do 176 damage by kicking that guy? Dim, strong feet. Oh yeah, that's the box again. God damn it. I guess I just go back down, because I feel like there's an area in the lower part of the castle I can find one of those bricks I can destroy. Although honestly, I'm probably going to stop streaming soon because I've been at this for nearly 2 hours, but I'm going to see if I can break a block and get into a new area, and I'll just keep going until I find another save room. Although I should probably hit up one of the ones I've already found soon, because I'm at like half health, but you know. Note the rest are censored. I do recall that there's a couple... Like, I do know that you have to fight Camilla at one point. And, I know you have to fight Hugh at one point, too. Because, of course, you know, it wouldn't be a Castlevania game if you didn't have to fight someone who was quite possibly brainwashed. Evil version of friend. Yeah, let's go down. Yeah, that's the other thing too. There's an odd translation error in this game wherein it's pretty clear that that character is supposed to be Carmilla, but she's called Camilla in this for some reason. Oh yeah, that's the Iron Maiden. I can't go in there. Well, let's keep going down. Run headlong in the skeletons. Just to show how worthless they are to me. Oh, the underground gallery, you say? Yeah, let's check this one out. Although I think this room down here is also blocked by an Iron Maiden. Well, this is the save room. Yeah, I need to find somewhere where I can progress a bit more before I stop streaming this for tonight, because I'd like to be in a general area so I kind of know where I'm going. Yeah, that's an Iron Maiden. I'm not getting anywhere there. So let's investigate. A place that I don't know. Yeah, let's go all the way down there. Oh, it's chock full of enemies that can poison me, you say? Well, that sounds like fun. Okay, that's just another one of those goddamn boxes I can't do anything with. There's a room over here it seems like I completely neglected to get into. Ow. Yeah. Oh, it's a save room. I mean, I may as well save again. Yeah, I feel like there was a room down here with a block that I couldn't destroy. I think it was over there underneath that save room. Because there's one there with a box I could push, yes, but... I don't know why I insist on using the maneuver that I keep doing. The slide. The slide to keep killing things. Excuse me while my brain shuts down for a little bit. It's fine. It's normal. It happens. Oh, I got piles of antidotes at least. Getting pretty good drops when it comes to that. Ow. Slide! Slide through everybody! I remember when you were pretty tough, Demon Man. Now look at you. Look at you die. Oh, there's a door I haven't been through up there yet, too. Okay. Cool, let's check that out. No, not that. It's up here. Yes, yes. Yes, quite. Aha! Bam! Oh, I think he might petrify me. But now he's dead, so it doesn't matter. Zombie thief? Oh no, he doesn't pitch for me. I'm mistaken. Prison garb? Shockingly, actually increases my attack. Clothes that were worn by a prisoner. Screw it. I can be a member of the chain gang. Pets. And now we slide. And then we get poisoned. That's fine. I'm not even gonna waste an antidote on that. It's not gonna kill me. I presume it's not going to kill me. Well, there's a save room just there anyway. Yeah, I'm good. It won't, or will it? I just keep slowly getting poisoned. Ow. Although I don't need to do that if I just keep running into explosions. I love the noise that killing a pile of bats in this game makes. That just splash. You know, maybe there's nowhere I can go down here right now. Let's try down here. So turned around. Well, that was pointless. Ooh. Oh no, that's a magic gauntlet. I've already got one of those. Although, will it do to equip two? Nah. Oh yeah, that leads me nowhere. So I'm not 100% sure where I gotta go right now. I mean, maybe over there on the right? Could be that's, I didn't explore that fully enough. I wouldn't be surprised if that's it, actually. Yeah, let's run up there and take a look at that. Although, let's go all the way over to... No, I don't think I can get up that way. I think I need to jump. Or I need... No, that over there I need to freeze the brain things. That's what it is. I remember a thing. Okay, let's go. Yeah, this way. I'm not even going to bother with you. You're not worth my time. Oh, and then he does that. I stand by my comment. No, wrong way. Yes. And away we go. Up the scary stairs. Spooky, spooky stare. Now, it's the quickest way for me to get to where I want to go. I'd say it's probably to, yes, it is one big-ass castle. And like I said, I get very easily turned around in these games. I'm probably better off going up to the portal room and then scooting on over that way, I'd say. Scoot, scoot! Ah, there's goddamn gremlins! I hate them so much! Those jerks. I want a castle like this. Are you think about that for a minute. Are you sure you want a castle like this? Because I would probably get lost and starve to death within the first week. Although then again, as we previously discussed, maybe I wouldn't starve to death because all you gotta do is break a wall and there's some cooked meat. And then you're fine. Ow. What a lame way to level up, but I'll take it. Oh, it's worth the risk, you say? If the monsters serve me, then it's an even stronger deal. Good point. Who wouldn't want their own fleet of weird, ugly gremlins flying around with spears? They can be working for me instead of against me for a change. Oh yeah, that's right, this is a shortcut. Also, I like how I said I was going to take the portal, and now I'm not. Don't matter. Order the monsters to pillage New York of all of their true bagels. It seems like a rather frivolous use of your power, but okay. And sometimes you just gotta get your hands on those bagels. You got to get the good shit. And maybe acquire a few warheads. I know there's a couple of Castlevania games that take place within the modern time. Those are the two with Soma Cruz. But the thing I always find real funny is that you don't normally, even in those games where there are a couple of, like, firearms and stuff that you can use as weapons, even then you don't really see a lot in terms of, like, military? Devil Tower are guys that live in a pillar man. That makes them pillar men. Yes, yes they are. Because I feel like in modern times, if Dracula was really that big of a threat, then you just shoot a missile at the castle and then you're fine. Presumably. Magic does do wonky things to technology, I suppose, so maybe that wouldn't be such a great idea. Yeah, I feel like that probably wouldn't affect Dracula much, come to think of it. Although it would probably be pretty horrifying if he got his hands on some nukes himself, so... turn his monsters into mechanical monstrosities of some kind. Ow. Yeah, that's a good point. You do need all of those things if you're planning on doing anything to Dracula. Although Nathan Graves isn't really associated with the Belmonts at all. He's not at all part of their bloodline, but again, I don't remember a whole lot about this game, so I guess there must be some other way he manages to take him out. An average Joe can punch him and do nothing, which is funny, because going back to the Castlevania TV show, despite the fact that he has the vampire killer whip, I believe Trevor does exactly that. He punches Dracula in the face, and it does nothing. Yeah, I think that is where they officially came down on the timeline in terms of this game, is that it doesn't take place in the same universe. So I guess that kind of makes sense. Maybe. Okay, I'm actually kind of at a loss where I need to go next. I think I should probably try going all the way over. No, that just leads back to the beginning of the front entrance of the castle. Yeah, there must be something I'm missing. That's true, that is a good point. They were excommunicated in that, well, in the game, too. I think even the game opens up saying that. You know, Castlevania 3, I think they open up by saying that the Belmonts have been pretty much exiled at that point. In any case, I know I said I was going to try to find where the next area I had to go was, but, it is getting late, I am very tired, and I'm not thinking straight anymore, so I feel like I need to save the exploration for a later date. So, let me just exit that now. There we go. Alright. Oh, the next area is the machine tower, so I need to actually stay up in this. I might have an idea where I need to go next, so when I stream this again, I'll head on up that way. So, anyway. Thankfully, this went a lot easier than A, me streaming Super Mario RPG went earlier, and B, me trying to stream this last week did. Much more progress. Very nice. It's 1800s through and through in terms of machine, yeah. But yeah, I'm glad I managed to actually make some decent progress in this game this time around. And thank you very much for telling me what the thingamabob. The glitch, the card glitch, yes, thank you for telling me that, because I do remember reading about it, but I completely forgot how it was you were supposed to pull it off, so thank you for that. And also thank you for the follow, and thank you for the conversation, because it's really nice whenever I've got someone kicking around in chat, and I really appreciate it. And I appreciate anyone who stops by to watch, so if you happen to do so, I thank you very, very much for doing so. And hopefully you find folks who will join me next time, which will be... Well, Retro Sunday, of course, is going to be next Sunday, as it is the name. If it comes up, if something comes up and I can't do like what I did today, because I feel like I'm going to be doubling up the games until I finish one of them. So I'm going to be doing Super Mario RPG earlier, and then saving Circle the Moon for later on in the evening, much as I did now. Hopefully not as late as I played it this time, but later. And, the other thing. Ah, yes. The next time I'm going to stream, I usually shoot for Tuesday, but I might push that back to Wednesday now. I'm not sure. I need to see. But if I do, the next thing is going to be Red Dead Redemption 2 again, because I still need to finish the story mode for that, and I'm real close. I feel like the end is in sight. So, Hopefully you fine folks will join me for that. Until then, however, I wish you a farewell, a good night, depending on what time it is, where you are, and just in general, I hope you have a great day. High noon? High noon. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you folks next time. Bye-bye.